Alright, so this is my review of the itel S23, and this one I'm holding here is called the Mystery White. itel paid so much attention to this design. The color changes from white to pink under light irradiation. It kind of reminds me of the Tecno Camon 19 Pro Modern Edition that was released in 2022. This particular smartphone, I mean the itel S23, will cost you 66,200 naira for the 4 gigs of RAM and 120 gigs of storage model. To purchase it, you can visit the nearest 3COB shop or there's a communication. I will drop the seller's contact in the description below. Now, the main question here is the itel S23 worth buying? Should you go for it? Looking beyond this phone's design, that it can change from white to pink, what else does this smartphone has to offer? Well, the first one is connectivity. The itel S23 is 4G connected. It uses the Unisoc T606 chipset paired with 4 gigs of RAM and 120 gigs of storage. You can also expand the storage via microSD card. Another tiny detail to pay attention to here is that this phone charges through USB Type-C port. I was also impressed with the smoothness of the display. What you have here is a 6.6 inches HD Plus touchscreen with 90 Hz refresh rate support. The magic here is the 90 Hz refresh rate system. From the very onset I started using this device, I appreciated how smooth the screen runs, especially for a phone of entry level from itel. I also noticed the OS upgrade. Here is the itel version 8.6 skin software based on Android 12. The itel version 8.6 skin software was modeled in the likeness of Tecno's iOS and Infinix SOS skin software. So you swipe down from the left for notifications and swipe down right for control panel. Secondly, in the settings, you get to see many features like the theft alert, peak proof, smart panel, and memory fusion. They all remind me of the Tecno skin software and Infinix skin software. Overall, the skin software is spot on, but how good is the camera? So you have a 50 megapixel main camera and 8 megapixel selfie snapper. As you can see, there is nothing mind-blowing here. I actually wasn't expecting too much from the rear camera. It can take good pictures sometimes, other times it misses. It misses out of focus. It's a mid-level camera, and for 66,000 naira, it's an easy pill to swallow. The battery life capacity is 5,000 mAh and is rated to take you more than 1 day of usage. And then the USB Type-C, to top it up, support 10-watt charging system. In conclusion, I recommend you to buy the itel S23 because it is one of the best phones itel has ever made. I said one of the best because itel also released the P40 Plus 4G smartphone, which to me has some unique features. In my next video, I'll be dropping the review of the itel P40 Plus that runs Android 13 out of the box. But aside from that, there are other interesting stuff about the itel P40 Plus, so I want to subscribe so you don't miss out on my review. In the time being, the itel S23 is not a perfect smartphone, but remember that itel best smartphone is always the entry-level device from the likes of the big shark. I mean Xiaomi, Samsung, Tecno, and Infinix. And they are best known for creating budget smartphones. And in order to achieve that, they are a lot of sacrifices they make. They make sure the phone is not overly packed with specifications. They just have to try to cut down certain areas so the device are going to be budget friendly. itel are known to be the king of budget entry-level smartphones. And so adding the 90 Hz refresh rate and then the changing back design is just an extra feature to keep this smartphone on top the entry-level segment. So it's a good move from itel, and I hope to see more from them in their subsequent releases. But there's something striking about the itel P40 Plus that I want you to subscribe so you don't miss out on the review and drops. Thanks for watching. It's my idea, and I'll see you guys around in my next one.